Alright, hello YouTubers. I'm going to do three important videos. This is the first of them. This is going to be called The Psychological Profile of Korra and Asami. Once again, I went to the University of West Georgia in Carrollton. I worked on the suicide hotline. I'm a psychology minor. My major is early childhood education. I put in 300 hours on the suicide hotline, and I was trained before I did that for 100 hours. You can say I have 400 hours of practical experience doing that. My friend goes to the University of Georgia in Athens, also known as UGA. He's a homophobe, but he helped me because he just wanted to see what everyone's talking about. This Korra Asami thing is a phenomenon. He really couldn't understand it. So basically, I bought the series on iTunes in high definition because 480 doesn't give it justice. I mean, I'm looking at it on his crappy TV. I couldn't tell what was going on sometimes. It was hard to see things. So I said, bump it. I hooked it up to my high definition TV, my computer, my laptop, and this is what we get. If we wrote down the same thing, that's what I put in this video. If we didn't write down the same thing, you'll never know. But we did a psychological profile on Korra and Asami. Basically, the Korrasami thing, alright? And this is what we came up with. These are facts that cannot be debated. Every true Korrasami fan, or even a Legend of Korra fan who watches from Book 1, Eric, through Book 2, Experience, the Book 3, Change, the Book 4, Balance, knows about Amon, the Civil War, the Red Lotus, and Kavira. And the series ended on December 19, 2004. These are things that can't be disputed. 1. Avatar Korra is a bender. 2. She's a woman of color. Now we notice on regular TV you can't really tell that much difference, but you can tell that Korra is darker than Asami. But on high definition it stands out. 720, I'd say 1080 is the best always. It stands out. The higher definition TV, the better off it is. The NAACP, also known as the National Association of the Advancement of Colored People, gave this show an Image Award for Outstanding Children's Program in 2012 for the portrayal of a strong woman of color. But 3, her mom and dad love her dearly, and they support her being the avatar. Number 4, Korra, especially at the end of Book 3, suffers with post-traumatic stress syndrome. It's a phenomenon that happens for people who have served during wartime or fought in a battle or had something stressful happen to them, like being raped, kidnapped, or assaulted, whatever. It can be triggered by anything. At the end of Book 3, during Janira's ceremony, she's crying. She's got tears in her eyes. She can't walk. That's a traumatic thing. Korra is a strong woman of color, and being in that wheelchair, having Asami pushing her around was too much for her to bear. So she had to leave and go back home to her parents. But even then, when she goes back home, you remember in Book 4, Balance, the first episode, when she's writing the letters to Asami, you know, her mother tells her to eat. Now, if you're a true Legend of Korra fan, you know what I'm saying is true. Or if you don't, then go back and watch that chapter, Book 4, Balance. It's streaming online now in high definition in some places. 6. We know for a fact she dates men and women. But that's my next video to prove that. 7. She's in the early 20s. Once again, to get an age, we couldn't pinpoint an age, but we had to go with the early 20s. That could only be responsible. 8. Her dad is Southern Water Tribe Chief, which means she's well off, which means she's got money. She's financially solvent. That means she's financially set. Alright, this is the psychological profile for Asami. Asami is a technical genius. 2. For purposes of racial classification, we'll say that she's a white woman. This is important though when I talk about the 12 psychological points of the Legend of Korra series. These things will be important because they have an interracial couple. It is very important because Korra's going to do something because she's black. Asami's going to do certain things because she's white. 4, she's rich, she's well off. She's a strong woman. She's an independent woman. She runs a company. She's a president and chief financial operator. 6, she's in her early 20s. 7, she's a non-bender. That's also important. And 8, she dates men and women. Now, this is a psychological profile. These are the things that we could agree upon that were obvious and facts. Even its avatar that you're looking at, I don't show my face on any of my videos. I talk using an avatar, and I make an avatar specifically for every video from scratch. Look at the hair. This is avatar Korra after she cut her hair. And that's what she looked like to Asami. She's got the same skin color. The earrings are not noticeable sometimes. But in the next one, I'm talking about the earrings. There's a thing that happens between her and Asami with the earrings, which is, for a lot of people, if you don't look at it, you would never notice it. But me and my friend have photographic memories. And we're also good at continuation plots. Continuation basically in a movie is when something happens differently. For example, when one of the characters walks in the bathroom or the restroom, wherever you want to say it, or goes into the kitchen, it's a spoiler alert, I won't spoil it for you. When they come out, they're wearing something totally different. If you weren't looking at them, you wouldn't know it. I think they did it intentionally, because then something happened between Korra and Asami that never happens with women. So I know then we knew that something was going on, that they were more than friends. At that moment, we knew they were lovers. And that happens back in book 3, and it happens a lot in book 4. But you have to watch my next video for that. Once again, this is a basic psychological profile for the next video, alright? Have a good day, and thanks for watching.